Hi guys! It's the Zackalope, and my microphone's not adjusted correctly. I've got some news about Super Smash Bros. I'm so excited. They got some new characters revealed. First, I'm going to try and do a video basically saying my opinions on all the characters that have been revealed so far. First off, now I'm not sure. I've got my computer right over here, so I'm not sure who was revealed first, or if any of them were revealed before anyone else. Um, like after a certain point, like I don't know if they revealed a bunch of characters to begin with, or if they just revealed one at a time from the start. But I'm gonna go from basically backwards on their list. So the first character that's on here is Pit. Pit, obvious. Pit was obvious. The creator of Kid Icarus Uprising, the sort of reboot to the Kid Icarus series, is also leading the charge on this game. So Pit was obvious, and if we don't see another Kid Icarus character in this game, I will be totally shocked. I don't know anything about Kid Icarus Uprising, but I'm fully expecting another Kid Icarus character in this game because the leader of the creation of Smash Bros. This is the same guy who led the creation on Kid Icarus Uprising. Next, Bowser. Again, another obvious one. Big Mario character. Mario's the main series of the Nintendo. That's obvious. Pikachu. I think it's the second. Pokemon's the second biggest Nintendo franchise. It should be plainly obvious that Pikachu should be in there. Fox. Fox was doubtful to me. I'm so glad he's in there because he's one of the 64 veterans. The original 12 characters of the Smash Bros. For 64. I'm so excited he's back. I was worried about him because his series is, for the most part, over. They haven't had a game in a while, in a good long while. But since he's one of the 64 veterans, I'm really excited he's back. I don't know anything about Wolf or Falco. We may not see them. If you don't call Wolf a clone, his attacks are all the same with very, very big differences, but they're all the same. So, I mean, I don't know about his basic attacks, but special attacks at the least. Unless they differentiate them, I don't know if they're coming back. But Fox is back, and that's good. That's good. Kirby. Kirby is another obvious one. HAL Laboratory. Kirby is their mascot, and they were the original ones who did Smash Bros. Kirby's been in there since '64, no question, very obvious. I'm gonna skip the newcomers for now, and I'm just gonna go with the ones that have been revealed up to a certain point. Samus, another fairly obvious one. I'm hoping for some more Metroid characters. Metroid's a fairly large series for Nintendo, so I'm hoping for some more characters from Metroid. Link, fairly obvious. Zelda is one of the biggest franchises for Nintendo. Enough said. Donkey Kong, again, he's he. They're like their biggest one of their biggest games is practically named after him. The original Donkey Kong. He he's got his own series. He's appeared in some Mario spin-offs, such as Mario Kart, Mario Party. It's fairly obvious. Plus, he's a 64 veteran. Mario, again, if you even have to ask, you don't know anything about Nintendo. Mascot, enough said. Um, Pikmin and Olimar. Pikmin and Olimar, Pikmin seems to be growing in popularity, I think. I was always scared to play the first Pikmin because when you have a time limit, and that whole game is a time limit. When you have a time limit, that kind of scared me. I'm thinking of trying it eventually, but the time limit thing scared me originally. Luigi, pretty much the second main character in Mario Bros. Fairly obvious. A 64 veteran, so I'm glad he's back. Peach, another Mario character. The main female lead, obvious. And the final one I'm going to go over right now is Toon Link. Toon Link is a great addition. I think he represents half the Zelda series along with regular Link, because not only does he represent Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, the Spirit Tracks, that trilogy, but he also in a way represents Four Swords because they have the same artistic appearance when you see images of them. So there's that. Next, yeah, so far from what I've seen, um, huh, there still seems to be some of the 64 veterans that have not returned. So there's Pikachu, Fox, Kirby, Samus, Link, Donkey Kong, Mario, and Luigi. And that's only 8 of them. There's 4 more that have not come back. Ness, Captain Falcon, Jigglypuff, and Yoshi. Those are the 4. I'm really hoping for them. Ness, Captain Falcon, Jigglypuff, Yoshi. So I'm really hoping they're coming back. I think it's fairly obvious they will, but fingers crossed. The only one of those that I might not want to see is Ness if they replace him with Ninten, but that's just going to be awkward. Because Ness and Ninten is the original main character of the first Mother, which is Earthbound here, but Mother 1 was never released over here. Mother 2 was released as Earthbound 1 over here. Ninten was the main character of the first Mother. But he and Ness look exactly alike. So that's just going to be confusing. So who knows what happens there. As for the newcomers, the first 3 newcomers that were released in the same time frame. Villager. Villager is an odd choice, but because Animal Crossing is a very non-violent game. Other than Rossetti. he just seems to spew violence. Maybe not actual violence, but he seems to induce the want to cause violence, and he also seems to do a lot of verbal abuse, but that's another story. So, the Villager is obviously pretty much the closest they could get to for a main character of Animal Crossing without going to Tom Nook. So, that's a pretty good idea. Wii Fit Trainer, one of the most bizarre choices I've seen for a Smash Bros. Character. I've already talked about her. She's bizarre. In my opinion, she's basically a silhouette. She's a background character. She's not even important. She's like the only real character that I can think of in the Wii Fit series, but just the Wii Fit series on its own doesn't seem that big to me. And like I said, she feels like a silhouette. She doesn't feel like a character to me. She feels like a fill-in. Now, this could be another instance of a Mr. Game & Watch or Rob type thing where she turns out to be very popular again, and maybe, like Mr. Game & Watch, he's a silhouette. He's a general character. Rob was a controller. So, Wii Fit Trainer could be in the Mr. Game & Watch or the Rob of this game, so we'll have to see. Mega Man is the final one I'm going to talk about on this episode. How much time have I spent? Wow, already that much. Mega Man is probably my favorite of the newcomers so far. Yeah, easily my favorite of the newcomers. Third-party characters are hard to come by in Smash Bros. And making a guess on any of them is just a wild hope. Because Nintendo has no control over those characters. Mega Man is one of the biggest names in retro gaming. One of the biggest names. And the fact that they got him on is just astounding and amazing, and it's probably going to be epic, because from what I've seen, he's going to fit amazingly well. So, I am thrilled for him. Now, this episode has been mainly a review of some of the characters already discussed before. So far, there's 4 newcomers that I haven't seen that I want to see. I mentioned them before. They're Captain Falcon, Ness, Jigglypuff, and Yoshi. I mean, Jigglypuff kind of... I'm not going to say she sucks, but I don't think she's that great. Some people can play her and do really well with her, but overall, she just doesn't seem to do well. But at the same time, she's a 64 veteran, so I want her back. Plus, she has no relevance in today's era. But I still want to see her back. So, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, which was a bit of a review. Probably some information you've already heard before. I just want to do this to kind of get Smash Hopes up and running again. I think I'm going to do another episode after this discussing some of the newer characters that have been revealed. So, thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you later. Bye! and